Okay, guys, we're going to do page 4, number 20 through 23. On number 20, it says, evaluate each function at the given x value. So wherever you see an x, you're going to substitute this part in. Here's an x, and here's an x, okay? So we're going to rewrite that with the x. Here we go. F of x equals your 3. Notice you have an x, so you're going to replace it with -5 plus 2i squared minus 5 times -5 plus 2i plus 2. Here is all your x, okay? Next part. What you can do is, there's a square. I need you to be quiet. -5 plus 2i. Thank you. You have 2 of them, so write it twice. -5 times -5 plus 2i, parentheses, plus 2. Okay? Now start to distribute. There's a few things you can do. I'm going to take care of these guys first. I'm going to multiply that together. Then I'm going to multiply these two together. So I'll bring down my 3. -5 times -5 is positive 25. -5 times 2i is negative 10i. Multiply these guys together, okay? So everything is accounted for. 2i times -5 is negative 10i. 2i times 2i is positive 4i squared. Keep going. I see another set of parentheses. Distribute those also. So -5 times -5 is positive 25. -5 times 2i is negative 10i plus 2. Okay. Now, as you're doing this, make sure you simplify. You see this I square right there? That's a -1. So what is 4 times -1? That is -4. So I'm just going to replace that. Next part. Here's my 3. You got 25 minus 4. That's 21. You have these two that are alike. -10i minus 10i is negative 20i. Plus 25. Plus 2, which is 27, minus 10i. Okay? Combine your like terms. Next part. So I put these together. Distribute that 3 again. So 3 times 21 is 63. 3 times negative 20i is negative 60i plus 27 minus 10i. Okay. Try to add all your like terms together. So you just keep doing your math. Multiply first. Nothing to simplify, but I got these two that are alike. What is 63 plus 27? That is 90. What is negative 60i minus 10i? Negative 70i. Now, if you write negative 70i plus 90, does that make it wrong? No. But I like you to write the numbers first. I'm not going to count it off if you have it flipped, okay? So, there's number 20. Number 21. You guys ready? Okay, I'm going to borrow somebody's paper. All right, number 21. Not yet? There you go. It's over there on that sheet too. Let me take a picture. Okay, number 21. Here we go. Same thing. Wherever you see an x, this time you're going to put 1 plus 5i. Here's an x here, and there's an x there. Okay? So let me scoot this paper over. There we go. All right. So, negative x, 1 plus 5i squared. Don't forget that negative. Minus 8 times 1 plus 5i plus 5. Okay. I'm going to write that twice. So I have negative 1 plus 5i times 1 plus 5i minus I can go ahead and distribute those if you want to. Negative 8 times 1 is negative 8. Negative 8 times 5i is negative 40i. Bring down your 5. Now you got two distribution. You got to multiply. Multiply your first term times all of the second. Multiply your second term times all of that. While I'm at it, I'm going to combine my like terms right here as well. So now you have negative. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times negative 5i is positive 5i. 5i times 1 is positive 5i. 5i times 5i is positive 25i squared. Okay? Then go ahead and take care of this. Negative 8 plus 5 is negative 3 minus 40i. So I went here and combined those. What number is right here? A 1. So I need to distribute that negative, all of it, right? But before I do, you can take care of a few things. What is 25 times negative 1? Negative 25. See how I took care of it? Always take the opposite. Go ahead and combine these two before you distribute. So negative 1. 1 minus 25 is negative 24. 5i plus 5i is 10i. Minus 3 minus 40i. All right, now let's distribute these guys. Negative times negative is positive. Negative times positive is negative 10i. Bring down your negative 3. Bring down your 40i. Negative 40. Okay. You can pause on the video. Just letting you know I'm making a video. Okay? All right. 24 minus 3 is 21. Negative 10i minus 40i is negative 50i. Cannot put those together. One has an I, the other one does not. And there's your final solution. You can pause and rewind on the video anytime you want. That's why I'm doing a video. Okay. All right, let's move on to 22. Those are the only two that's there that you have to plug it in and do the math. Okay? That's called evaluating every time you put something in. The key word there is the word evaluate. Hey, I'm still making videos. Chill. Number 22. Let's look. On 22, okay, you need to use the conjugate to get rid of the I. I cannot be in your denominator. So, what's the conjugate of 6i? Negative 6i. What you do to one side, you do to the other. Okay? Now I'm going to rewrite this so I can see it a little bit better. I'm going to write negative 6i, then negative 7 plus 7i. And then you got 6i times negative 6i. Just so you guys can see where I'm getting all that from. Next part, distribute. Okay? So here's your line. Negative 6i times negative 7 is positive 42i. Negative 6i times 7i is negative 42i squared. 6 times 6 is negative 36. I times I is I squared. Okay. Simplify your I squared. When you simplify your I squared, negative times negative makes this one a positive. Negative times that negative makes this one a positive. Okay? Now I'm going to write my number first. Is it 42? Yes. Oh, thank you. 42? My fault. 42. All right. So now you have 42, thank you, plus 42i over 36. Okay. Good job, guys. Now let's see. Is there a number that goes into 42, 42, and 36? What number? 6? Okay. 42 divided by 6 is 7, so you're dividing everything by 6. 42 divided by 6 is 7. 36 divided by 6 is 6. Okay? So here's your final answer. 7 plus 7i all over 6. Make sure you make it small. And there's number 22. Number 23. Okay, here we go. You can take a picture. Number 23. Let's multiply it times the conjugate. Opposite, look at your denominator. So this will become negative 4 plus I. What you do to one, you do to the other. And I'm going to put parentheses around this to help me. Here we go. All right. Draw your line. 10 times negative 4 is negative 40. 10 times I is positive 10i. I times negative 4 is negative 4i. I times I is plus I squared. Go that far. Huh? It's just in red. You can't see that? Okay. It's negative 4 plus I squared. See it? You're taking the conjugate. Negative 4 plus I squared. Denzel? Not Denzel. Ernesto, lower your voice. Okay. All right. Do you see it now? I just took the opposite, okay? All right. Negative 4 times negative 4 is positive 16. Negative 4 times I, negative 4i. Negative I times negative 4 is positive 4i. Negative I times positive I is negative I squared. Okay. Now let's simplify a few things. This becomes a negative 1. And this becomes a negative 1. Positive 1. Thank you. Positive 1. Okay. What happens to these two? Add up to be 0. Okay. So now let's see what we've got. Negative 40 minus 1 is negative 41. I don't know why I wrote that. Okay? 10i minus 4i is positive 6i. All of it over 16 plus 1 is 17. Any number that goes into 41, 6, and 17. Nope. I can't make that smaller, so here's your final solution. All right, that's the end of page 4.